And now for something completely different. We are back. I went to a card show a couple weekends ago, and I know everybody is ripping Bowman as the latest craze. To date, I have not dipped my toe in that pool. I also did not find a lot at the show. It was typical vendors selling blasters marked up, 2x. So, Prism football was a $50 blaster, and there wasn't a lot of baseball. So as I was walking around, there was one guy, he was selling these for $4 each. Oops, a little bit of glare there. Let me try to mitigate that. So what we have here is the Premier Edition of Upper Deck NFL Football 91, limited edition, high quality cards, 12 per pack, counterfeit proof, random sequencing, and tamper proof. So I'm sure that was very true in 1991. I don't know if that's true today. The chase apparently at the time, it doesn't say so on the pack, Joe Montana allegedly signed 2,500 cards. So let's see if they've been pulled. I'm sure the guy, at least, maybe he didn't tamper with the packs, but I'm sure he weighed them. But these were $4 each. So I started off with 5 in my hand and I gave him a 20. I said, basically, he didn't even know how much they cost. He was charging for them. And so I basically say, can I just take another one? He rounded up to 6 or whatever. He said, yeah, take a 6-pack. So let's just see what these look like. All right, looks like they're backward. It looks like it's one of those deals where some are facing one way and some are facing another. That's always fun. All right, looks like we go like this. And let's see if we can pull a Joe Montana card. So we've got, I don't know if this is the first year that Upper Deck did football or if it was just the premiere. Maybe it's like a Series 1 type situation. I remember this guy, he went to the Giants. He was not very good, but they won the Super Bowl the previous year, I believe. So actually, let me check the back. Maybe it'll say something about that. Yep, Bunch is a model running back for the Super Bowl 25 New York Giants. He was the last pick of the first round. So, one of the downsides of winning a Super Bowl is you don't get a good draft pick the next year. Shout out to the sports card ripping teacher. There's the Sterling Sharp. I'll put that up on the stand for him. So, looks like we're getting a good mix of players here. We're getting some linemen. I didn't know if this was going to be like an all-stars type situation. Looks like we got a hologram on the back. That must have been how they prevented counterfeiting. There's Thurman Thomas. He played in that Super Bowl that the Giants won. So we're going to see a lot of guys we haven't thought about in a good long while. And it looks like it was from the Pro Bowl. Checklist. Ooh, checklist. And Barry Word, I think he was pretty good in Tecmo Bowl, if I remember correctly. Lamar Lathan. Wait, isn't there a Lamar Lathan that just went to the Titans 2024 draft? If so, it's kind of funny how everything old is new again. So anyway, I hope they're doing well. And I don't know, try to turn these around. And so I'm not constantly rotating the deck and giving you guys motion sickness. Checklist card. Put that off to the side. So yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying watching you guys. Not the John Williams that did all the movie soundtracks. Now we're seeing some players we haven't seen before. Here's a Bo. It's always a good day to pull a Bo Jackson. And Randall Cunningham. So there must be something about these collector's choice cards. Oh, it's like a checklist. It's like a team checklist, looks like. Interesting. All right, another Eagle. Boo. Jim Lachey. And these are all turned the other. Some of them are turned one way, some of them turned another way. Ray Agnew. Ken Norton. Won a bunch of Super Bowls, some of them with the Cowboys, some of them with the Niners. Here's the Joe Montana, but it is not signed. I wonder if those are the cards he was signing. I don't know how they did it back then. People in the hobby back in '91, give me a shout out. How did it work back then? Did it say were there redemptions? Did they have the boilerplate underneath that said that the signature is guaranteed? Yada yada yada. All right, we got a Houston Oilers team checklist card. All right, we're gonna move a little faster now, I think, until we get a stud. Cornelius Bennett was a stud for sure. Rookie, Bruce Pickens. Carl Pickens, he was a good wide receiver for the Bengals. Tim Brown, Notre Dame alumni. Shout out again to the teacher. Ronnie Lott, not the Niner we're looking for. Lewis Billups. That's an interesting Bengals logo. I wonder if that was their official logo back in the day. Irvin Randall, Wisniewski, and Ray Donaldson. All right, we are halfway through. Let's move Joe down a little bit. We're not exactly pulling fire here, folks, but I don't know if fire existed back then. So back in 1991, I was firmly collecting comic books. As I've talked about in various people's comment sections, I had to make a choice in like '89 between comic books and any type of sports cards. So I chose comic books for a good long while. Oh, great. Well, at least it's not a sequencing issue like with Topps. We got Lamar Latham, which you've seen before, but he was not followed up with somebody we'd seen before. Jackie Slater. I think he ended up doing some sideline reporting work for Fox. Here, this must be the Falcons team card. Chuck Webb, do not remember who that is. Eric Metcalf. Kelvin Martin and Jack Del Rio, who went on to coach at various levels in the NFL, most prominently as the Jaguars head coach. And I think the Broncos? I forget. All right, so again, this must have been a very large checklist because I am seeing some players I've never heard before. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is the guy before the guy. This is Don Majkowski. Before there was Brett Favre, there was the Magic Man. Vince would have loved these packs. So let's just move a little faster now. Bruce Matthews, legend. Had some sons that did some things in the NFL. Clay Matthews, again, for the Packers. Jimmy Jones, not to be confused with Jimmy Johnson, and Keith Willis. Wow, we're on to the last pack already. So anyway, hopefully this didn't distract you too much from your Bowman Rip or your Bowman Rip watching. Oh, we got a foil. What do we got here? This is cool. Game Breakers, Barry Sanders. This is nice. Oh, it's like 3D. Hope this is coming across. Oh, you can actually see my face in this thing. Not the way I wanted to do a face reveal. We'll put that up. We'll move Magic Man off to the side there. Shout out to Old Guy with a camera and a dream and a fandom of Barry Sanders. Actually, a lot of you guys seem to have a fandom of Barry Sanders, which I think is totally understandable. Alvin Harper after he left the Cowboys to go to the Buccaneers. So it looks like we're not getting the Joe Montana autograph, but we got some cool cards, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg, which is what the dealers wanted to charge me for modern stuff. So anyway, hope this finds you well. I'll move that off to the side. You can see Barry in all his 3D glory there, and I will get back to what you were watching before, and I'll see you when I see you.